welcome back. So today I am going to be doing a video on how I contour my chubby cheeks. So the other day I watched a YouTuber, it was Snitchery, and she was talking about how like everyone does this like insta baddie makeup, and I feel like I just can't because I don't have the right face for it, in my opinion. I have really chubby cheeks. My brows are super sparse, and I don't like the look of like the insta brow on me personally, so that's why you guys see me filling them in like this. I know some of you guys probably like hate it, but it's just like how I feel most like me. So the only thing like I always do is wear false lashes, but it just kind of like brought up in my head how I do contour differently, just because I do have chubby cheeks, and I really don't like to accentuate that, because if I do it the way a lot of beauty gurus tell you to, I feel like it honestly makes my face look like round and makes my cheeks look even chubbier. So today I just kind of wanted to share how I contour and a little bit of highlight my face so I get the look that you guys see right here. And I just feel like it makes my face look a little bit slimmer. I really don't think I have a round face by any means, but I do have like a swivel, and I do have chubby cheeks. So if you guys want to see how I do my face, then just keep watching. So I didn't want to call this like a round face one, because if you look, my face really isn't that round, but when I smile, I have like really chubby cheeks. So normal like insta beauty guru contouring does not exactly work on me. I feel like it looks weird if I do it because where my cheeks hit. So I will show you guys today what I personally like to do to contour and highlight my face. So I already have my primer and foundation on. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Shape Tape in Fair Neutral, and I'm going to show you guys how I have been applying it. I lately have not been putting as much on, just because I have like fine lines under my eyes, and I feel like if I do the crazy triangle, it just accentuates all of that. So this is all the concealer I put on now. And since it is so full coverage, it honestly blends out wherever you need it to go, like you guys are seeing right here. So I just blend it under my eye, and then right against my nose, I do take it down a little bit. So it does brighten a little bit, but it's not crazy, if that makes sense. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't work for me, and I don't like looking achy. And then I'm just gonna blend it out, and then I like to drag this just a little bit down my nose, just gonna help brighten right in between my eyes, and like that. So it just brightened a little. It's not anything too crazy intense. I don't like when it goes like all the way to the side, because again, my face isn't like heart shaped or anything. It's almost kind of like an oval, I would say. I don't know. I'm not great with face shapes. Like, it's easy to tell like heart, square, round. I'm not really any of those. So I feel like I'm kind of like a squoval or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and set with some powder. So I either use my Laura Mercier or my Cover FX powder. I'm actually out of my Laura Mercier powder now. So I'm going to go in with this Cover FX powder. It's just been like dumping as soon as I open it. I like to take these two brushes. This one I use my under eyes and everywhere I put concealer, and this one I use for the rest of my face and down the neck, because I always blend down the neck, because you do not want any harsh lines, because even if you think it's a good match, the undertones could be slightly off. Then I like to set my eyes to get ready for eyeshadow and all of that, since I don't use an eye primer. If you prefer to set with a sponge, you can always do that too. I used to do that, but I feel like lately, for the last, I don't know, like year or so, I've just been getting a better outcome with a brush. Now that my base is done, or I consider my base, I can go in and contour. I usually just contour with powder products personally. I just think I don't need for like every day, even if I'm doing like photos and stuff, I don't need to do a cream with a powder over it, because I don't really need it to stay that long. I hardly ever do that anymore. I just feel like it looks super heavy on my skin. So, and my skin is pretty dry, so I try not to do that too much. So I went ahead and took off the little concealer and foundation for my lips, and then I put on chapstick. I just like it because it preps my lips while I finish my face before I put on a lipstick. So for contour lately, I've been loving this Scott Barnes contour palette. It is so, so good. Has all of these shades, and it's great because you can just mix whatever tones you want to use. I like to use my Wingos number 13 brush. If you don't have this, one that is super similar that I got from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe set is the JH05. Super similar. I just prefer Wingos because it is nicer quality and I have it, so I'm going to use it. But you can totally use this. It's super similar. Just whatever. I just like it because it is relatively nice for my face shape. So you can choose whatever color you want. I personally really like dipping into these three in the corner over here: Frame, Carve, and Snatched. So I'm going to dip into Carve. And it is super pigmented, so I always tap off because otherwise it goes on crazy. So a lot of people like to take it all the way down to your mouth. I start here gently, and I only take it right about to like the corner of my eye, and then back up, and then repeat so we can get it on there. And then whenever I do go up, I just take it right here. My forehead is honestly not that big, at least I don't think it is, and I like it, so I just tend to keep my contour in this little like elbow type shape, and then I put my bronzer elsewhere. So I'm gonna push that in. So right now it looks kind of crazy, so it definitely needs to be blended out, so I'm just gonna work on that. And then just push it into the hairline over here. But you see how you can just like see the shadow compared to that side? I just feel like it makes my face look slimmer even when I smile, because usually if I go into here, I feel like it makes my cheeks look even bigger. And like I know a lot of people like when it looks like your cheek is like carved out, but when your cheeks are chubby, I just feel like it makes them look even more exaggerated. So if someone has chubby cheeks like I do, if I ever do makeup on them, I tend to do stuff like this instead, just because again I think it looks a little bit more natural and it just kind of makes your face look slimmer. And then we just take it to the temple, grab by the eyebrow. I don't go up top anymore. I feel like I don't really need to. Like I said, I just do the little L, elbow V, whatever you want to call it, just like right around. Next, I'm gonna go in and do down here because let's be honest, I've gained weight in my face since I first started on YouTube. I feel like this side is not as pigmented as the others. Let me fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with those exact same shades, and I'm just gonna start right down here under my chin. I'm just gonna blend it up towards my ear. Just gives me a little bit more definition, and then under my chin I like to blend it down. For my nose, I go in with this little brush. It is my Wingos number 20. Again, I'm going to dip into the shade Carve and just gently drag it down the bridge, or like right next to the bridge of my nose. Again, I really actually like my nose. It is crooked. Got hit so many times and like kicked in the face when I cheered, and I honestly feel like I think I broke it at one point, but I don't remember because I've gotten hurt so much since I was little. And the main injury I remember from when I was younger was like when I was like 12. Just because I remember like getting stitches and all that. So that is it for contour. Next, I like to go in with a little bit of a bronzer. So my go-tos are either the Marc Jacobs Beauty or this Flawless bronzer. Does not have a sticker on the back, but usually I can figure out which shade it is. It's the lighter one. I think it's called Golden Hour. And I go in with this little brush, is the number 12. And I like to dip in again, tap off some of the excess. So my bronzer, I like to put down here. I just really focus on the perimeter of my face, just again, kind of help shadow. And then I'll meet this with the little L because the L sticks out just a little bit farther. But I kind of like to help blend it out. I have so many baby hairs. It's unreal. Again, same on the other side. Perimeter, and then I'm just going to help blend this. I feel like it just makes my cheeks look less crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But this is just personally how I like to do it. Just think it looks the nicest on my skin. And I feel like it just like instantly made my face look slimmer. So you guys can see I just have like some dark shading over here. And it does not go like a stripe. I feel like this side I'm definitely went a little too heavy-handed. So I'm just going to take that brush and kind of fix it. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face so I can give you guys like the full effect. Okay, so while my lashes are drying, I'm going to go ahead and do some highlights. So I've been loving this Jaclyn powder. Is in the shade Do Me. And I do have the little brushes that it goes with. And I like to sweep this under my eye, like where I put concealer, just to kind of help brighten up my under eye. Again, focus it like right where I started the concealer, and then I'll drag it out a little bit. I feel like it really does just like help brighten up your complexion, so I really like it. I'm gonna put some a little bit on my cheek and cheek. This is my chin. I did not sleep very well last night, and then I'm just gonna brush it up, forehead, and like right between the eyes. And then for highlight, I'm using the Flash palette from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I don't know, it's her makeup line. So I'm going to go in, and since this is like a cooler-ish type of look, I think I'm going to go in with Iced. And I like to focus this right here. It's like on the top of my cheekbone, but like close to my eye. I don't really drag it down too much. And then again, high up. It's almost like actually above my cheek. But again, I want my cheeks to feel like they're smaller and not huge. So that when I smile, it doesn't like bring this out too much. It's more focused up here. And then I'm gonna put some of this down the center of my nose. A little bit on my chin. And I'm gonna take like a little brush, and I like to put some on my inner corner. And I'm gonna have my brow bone. Which probably doesn't look super cute because I have not groomed my brows in a hot minute. So, alright, so I went ahead and added a liquid lipstick. I'm wearing the Lawless one in the shade Dane. I think it just gives like a nice vampy look. I feel like I'm like Valentine's Day vampy right now. But anyways, back to the point of this video. So this is what my finished face looks like once I contoured and highlighted like that. So like I said, I just feel like it makes my face and cheeks look less like chubby and full, which is kind of what I like to go for. So when I smile, now it looks like this. I just feel like it looks really pretty, and it doesn't make it look like a huge line and like these look bigger, because if I followed a lot of what people are doing right now, they tell you to like go down to your mouth, and that's like where my cheeks go, so it makes them look bigger when I do that. So this is how I like to contour for my chubby cheeks. So hopefully this video was somewhat helpful for you guys. Maybe you wanted to mess around with your contour as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked this quick little video. And be sure and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all of my socials, especially Instagram. I post there every single day. Been trying to get more consistent with my YouTube channel. So if there's anything you guys want to see or want me to talk about, it doesn't even have to relate to makeup or fashion, just whatever, let me know. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!